Some countries are known for their breathtaking landscapes and gorgeous capital cities. These capital cities have a dynamic level of diversity, which includes everything from centuries-old buildings, historical sites, signatory foods, sun-washed beaches, neon-lit skylines, and breathtaking skyscrapers appeal to everyone. People from different countries have various ideas about what makes something beautiful. To avoid friction, most tourists consider additional criteria such as the size of the city, its architecture, greenery areas, heritage and artistic context, and whether they have their own rich cuisine. Today, Watch Time shares the top 10 most beautiful capitals in the world. Do not forget to subscribe and set your notification settings. One of these cities should be your goal. Let's get started. Here is the list. Number 10. Stockholm of Sweden. The capital and largest city of Sweden is Stockholm. It is one of the 10 cleanest countries and one of the greatest cities to live in. It has a high quality of life and consistently ranks as one of the cleanest, making it ideal for those seeking to avoid the problems associated with big metropolises. Stockholm is the economic and cultural capital of the country, and it is also home to numerous popular sites and monuments. The Tessin Palace, Riddarholm Church, Woodland Cemetery, and Vasa Museum are just a few of the notable sites in Stockholm. UNESCO designated the Woodland Cemetery as a World Heritage Site. The Old Town, which has medieval alleyways and roads and a beautiful collection of colorful structures, is one of the recommended tourist destinations in Stockholm. The easy-to-use and comprehensive public transportation system of the city makes travel around town quick and simple. Number 9. Paris of France. Paris, the city of romance, the city of lights, and the fashion capital of the world, is also a romantic getaway for couples and hopeless romantics. Paris art, fashion, and monuments, an embodiment of European architectural perfection, have earned worldwide renown thanks to its arts, culture, and landmarks. We all have one chance in a lifetime to see the Eiffel Tower and discover what lies at the top. The Notre Dame Cathedral is also a must-see attraction. The country is also notable for its history, as it was here that Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI were guillotined during the French Revolution. The Eiffel Tower, Louvre Pyramid, Museum Notre Dame, to Paris Disneyland, and art are some of the Paris tourist attractions. Not only painters, sculptors, novelists, poets, and composers have been inspired by the City of Light, but also virtually every major world capital. The magnificent squares, ancient churches, prominent boulevards, sane and romantic bridges that span it, magnificent palaces, and cobblestone streets of Montmartre make Paris the most beautiful and elegant of all cities. Any art enthusiast will enjoy strolling through the lovely neighborhoods and seeing the renowned art galleries. It is ideal to visit Paris in the springtime. Number 8. Cape Town of South Africa. Cape Town is the legislative capital of South Africa, along with Bloemfontein and Pretoria. It is the legislative capital insofar as it houses both the National Assembly and Parliament buildings. In terms of physical beauty, Cape Town surpasses both the judicial and executive capitals, Bloemfontein and Pretoria. Cape Town is famous for its beautiful scenery. On one side, the city is bordered by a magnificent mountain range with white sand beaches on the other. Its distinctive topography can be appreciated to the max from Table Mountain, the most visited tourist site in Cape Town. The Cape Floristic region, the smallest of the 6 floral kingdoms of the world, is based in Cape Town. The Cape Floristic region, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, contains an incredible variety of plant species, making it a must-see for nature enthusiasts. With exceptional cuisine and mild temperatures, as well as jaw-dropping views, Cape Town is easily one of the most beautiful capitals. Number 7. Edinburgh of Scotland. Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is known as the Athens of the North. It is one of the smallest cities on this list in terms of geography. In a few days, you should be able to see the whole city and enjoy the great architecture and local boutiques. The ideal months to visit Edinburgh are July and September, when the city plays host to a number of exciting festivals and events, including the Edinburgh International Festival and Fringe. For music and theater fans, the city is without a doubt a pilgrimage site. The Edinburgh Castle, which is located on Castle Rock, is the most famous site in the city. Tour prices are rather high, however. The fee to visit this historical location, like many other ancient locations around the world, is well worth it. Another popular stop is Arthur's Seat, which has arguably its best view of the city. Number 6. Bern of Switzerland. People frequently claim that any city in Switzerland is worthy of being on any list of the most beautiful cities of the world. Bern is considered one of the finest places to reside due to its high standard of living. Bern is simply breathtaking, with a unique vibe that no other metropolis in the world can match. Because the city is built on uneven ground, if you stay in one of the higher districts of Bern, you will have an excellent perspective of the city. Old City of Bern, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the most visited sites in the world. It is largely made up of medieval structures. The Zyklog, a medieval tower, the cathedral, and the numerous Renaissance fountains that dot the landscape are among the most prominent features of the city. Because of its medieval ambience, the Old City of Bern has a fairy tale feel to it. Number 5. Havana of Cuba. Havana is the capital of Cuba and its largest and most populous city. Havana has long been cut off from the rest of the world, but it is now one of the most popular tourist destinations of the world. It is one of the new 7 Wonder Cities, along with hundreds of other cities from more than 200 countries. Havana, often known as the Rome of the Caribbean, provides a calm atmosphere that may tilt visitors into prolonging their visit in the city. It is notable for its great history and architecture. The Great Theater of Havana, Museum of the Revolution, Hotel Nacional de Cuba, and San Salvador de la Punta Fortress are just a few of the must-see locations and buildings in the city. Old Havana is by far the most popular site in Havana. It is the core of the city and home to a variety of historical structures, classic automobiles, and buildings reminiscent of colonial times. Old Havana is certainly an interesting place to visit. Number 4. Amsterdam of Netherlands. The capital of Netherlands and the most populous city is Amsterdam. It is the financial and cultural center of the country, as well as one of the most popular tourist destinations of Europe. Due to its high quality of life, it also regularly ranks among the top cities to live in. The city of Amsterdam has a number of architectural time periods, including Gothic, Renaissance, and modern. The Royal Palace of Amsterdam, the Basilica of St. Nicholas, the Waag or Weighing House, the East India House, and Dam Square are among the most notable monuments in the city. The city also contains a variety of museums that you should visit while you are there. Amsterdam, like all the other capital cities on this list, is best appreciated while walking most of the time. This will allow you to enjoy its magnificent architecture as well as discover hidden corners and nooks that you would not see while traveling in a vehicle. When taking a break, be cautious about which cafes you visit. Cannabis coffee shops are prevalent throughout Amsterdam. Number 3. Prague of Czech Republic. Our third top pick for the most beautiful capital in the world is Prague, Czech Republic, which receives millions of tourists every year. Expect to encounter a large number of photographers while strolling around town. The most important thing to see in Prague is its city architecture. Prague has a distinctive architectural style that distinguishes it from other European cities. The city has numerous cultural sites, including the castle, Jewish quarter, Powder Tower, astronomical clock, Charles Square, and Old Town Square, among others. The architecture in Prague ranges from Gothic to Renaissance to neoclassical, making it one of the best cities to explore just by walking about and getting lost. Another wonderful aspect of Prague is that the cost of living is low, so stay for longer if you want to really see the city. Number 2. London of England. Our second top pick is England. There is no place like London, the city of kings and queens. This is the most beautiful capital in the world. London is one of the finest capital cities in the world for tourists because it offers a great deal of history and culture. It has everything you could ask for: fantastic nightlife, educational museums, and beautiful greenery-filled parks. London is one of the most popular vacation spots of the world due to its never-ending source of intrigue and interest. This makes it one of the most touristic cities in the globe, with tourists flocking to Buckingham Palace to get a touch with royalty. To see all of the fascinating sights in London, you'll need to stay here at least a month. When this city is ready for a holiday or vacation, it is easy to imagine how wonderful it is. Then choose from the options above and have the most enjoyable holiday of your life. Every year, millions of tourists flock to London to see the top attractions of the city, including the Tower of London, Westminster Abbey, and St. Paul's Cathedral. The excellent public transportation system of the city makes it simple to get from one location to another without having a vehicle. With so much to discover, staying mobile in London is simple and visiting well-known sites in a single day is feasible, such as the Tower Bridge and the Shard 800 feet above the city. the Borough Market, which has been in operation since the 13th century, and the Camden Market, with tiny vendor stalls selling food and local products, are both popular attractions. Number 1. Rome of Italy. The city of Rome is the capital of Italy and one of the most visited cities in the world. The city has several historical monuments and museums, as well as some of the greatest ancient and modern architecture of the world. Rome is built on 7 hills above the Tiber River, with magnificent monuments influenced by huge classic design. There are many ancient ruins in Rome that are inspired by huge classical architecture set amid some of the most beautiful squares and streets of the world. When you walk around and look at all of the ancient places in Rome, you appreciate how far the city has advanced since then. Monuments like these, even when they are damaged and crumbling, exude power and grandeur, as seen in the Colosseum, Pantheon, and Caracalla baths. The Trevi Fountain, the Mausoleum of Augustus, which is also known as the Palace of Constantine, and the Arch of Constantine are some other top sites to visit in Rome. Of course, you would not be able to leave Rome without seeing all of its museums, which offer an outstanding variety of artworks from many periods. Aside from well-known cultural sites, tourists flock to Rome for the delectable homemade Italian cuisine of the city, which includes fried artichokes and handmade pasta. Visitors enjoy trying traditional Italian cuisine and feel like locals. The monuments and artwork throughout Rome are also a draw for visitors looking to get inside some of the oldest museums of the world. Make your stay in Rome more comfortable by going on day trips from town or along the coast to other locations.